A summer's day with a wise friend. You are standing on a gravel path. It is sunny but not overly warm. You are dressed in a loose-cut suit of Irish green wool, perfect for an afternoon walk in a garden. You feel healthy. You feel the sun soaking into you, filling you with lightness and optimism. There are raised garden beds on either side of you. The garden beds have been planted with French lavender, straight and delicate, with long heads of tiny violet flowers. The air is filled with their perfume. Bees float through the lavender, droning sleepily. Behind the lavender is a row of pear trees. The pear trees have been carefully pruned into perfectly round shapes. The pears are large and ripe and hang from branches like golden ornaments. You stand for a while, soaking up the sun and listening to the quiet noises of the garden. After a while, you start walking. You feel contented, not thinking about too much. You just allow yourself to notice the warmth of the day and the sights and scents of the garden. There are many other garden beds divided by winding paths. There are beds of roses, there are tall foxgloves, sweet-smelling jonquils and freesias, tulips like upturned teacups, and many other beautiful flowers. Butterflies dance in front of you, as brightly coloured as the flowers. Here and there are long ponds with colourful fish gliding under lily pads. They are slow and silent and graceful. Comfortable wooden benches have been thoughtfully placed so that you can relax and look at the garden at your leisure. You do not feel hurried. You have the sense that time does not pass in this garden in the way that it does in your own world. You can spend as long as you wish in this place. You walk a little further and reach the central axis of the garden. This is a small hill surrounded by low boxwood hedges. The hill has been devoted to lush lawn and a single cherry tree. A man is sprawled on the lawn under the tree, a leather satchel behind his head as a pillow. He is tall and gaunt. His dark hair is peppered with grey and flops around his face, as if he has spent a good deal of time thoughtfully rumpling it. He is dressed in a bohemian fashion, in a rumpled linen suit. He props himself up as you approach. He waves you over to a patch of lawn next to him.
Hello, my friend. Come over, by all means. There is plenty of room here, and plenty of sunshine and time to share as well.
You stretch out on the lawn next to him. From your raised vantage point, you have an excellent view of the garden. You see groves of fruit trees, a bronze fountain, an avenue of statues, a glass house and a gazebo. You also see other people walking the gravel paths, alone or in pairs. Far in the distance, you see a brick wall enclosing the entire garden. The garden is enormous but secluded. You think that you could spend days in this garden and not see all of it. Presently, your companion opens his satchel. He pulls out a leather-bound vacuum flask and 2 steel mugs. He opens the flask and pours 2 cups of tea. Wordlessly, he hands you a cup. The tea is hot and strong. Your companion introduces himself. He explains that he is a writer and that he comes to this place often. A few hours in this place, and he sees the world in quite a different light. His spirits are restored, and with it his creativity. Your companion asks you what has brought you here. You explain your problems. Your companion nods and sips his tea as he listens. When you are done, he offers to give you some advice, if that is not too presumptuous of him.
You are like a squirrel poring over an acorn, but that is not a meaningful thing to do. I'm sorry to say this, my friend, but you are wasting your time.
He smiles wryly.
I don't mean to belittle you. You know that you are wasting your time. If it's any comfort, you are not alone in this. Everyone else is also poring over their own acorns, as if it is the most precious thing in the world to them. They are wasting their time, too. Worrying is pointless. It gives us the illusion of doing something. But in fact, worrying achieves nothing. You cannot think your way out of a problem. Trying to think your way out of your troubles just makes you spin your wheels uselessly, going nowhere. Worse, you end up just thinking the same thoughts over and over, continually resurrecting your anxiety or shame or anger or whatever negative emotion it is that you are suffering from. This won't be a surprise to you. You know all of this without me even telling you. So, just let it go. Give up the war with yourself. You see, there's no need to make your mind like a clenched fist around your troubles. Holding on to your troubles by excessively thinking about them won't solve them. It won't do anything at all, except to continue making you miserable. That's because thinking is all in your head. Your thinking can't change the outside world. That may sound disheartening, but it really isn't. It should comfort you. That is because if excessive thinking doesn't change things, you can just let your troubles go. You can relax, truly relax, without making the slightest difference to anything.
Your companion pours you another cup of tea.
You were looking to me for advice about your troubles, but the fix to your troubles is not to resolve them. The fix is to stop thinking about them. It really is that simple.
As you listen to him, you feel as if a weight has lifted from you. You set aside your troubles, relieved by the knowledge that this will not make them any worse. Indeed, your calm acceptance of where you are in life and what may happen makes you a far more effective person, and certainly a happier one. You stay there with your new friend. Sometimes you talk about life. Sometimes you talk about the garden and the other people within it. You both lie back and look at the clouds. Time is not passing in your own world while you're here. You can stay here as long as you wish.